I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Oh, oh, she's running out the door. She's running out. She run, 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 run. Run. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever you want. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. VigilanteWilliamson here on the 95th episode of VW Casual. And I just wanted to sing Creep, man. I just wanted to sing Creep. How is everybody, man? How is everybody? Yeah, Nas missed it, bro. Nas missed it. Nas missed it. Yeah, man. Oh, man. So you saw those comments, bro. Bro, man. Well, let me read the comments. First of all, shout out to LDG. And I almost, you know what? Right before the stream, I kind of had a little gap. I laid down, but I thought about hopping up here and just kicking it with you for like a few minutes before I started the stream. But I don't know. And then you asked why I came, but I literally was thinking about you, bro. I was like, man, you know, I got a few minutes. Maybe I should just kick it with LDG, see what he doing. But part of me, one, I've been up since I've been up since midnight last night. I'm sorry. I have been up for getting close to 24 hours. It will be 24 hours. So I laid down for a little bit. But yeah, man, I've been mean to, I don't know. You know what it is? I've been trying to be productive. I don't have weed. I have a lot of anger. Conservatives are yelling at me because they're stupid and don't listen. Work has been fucking, oh my God, work. So I don't know, but I've been meaning to. I literally thought about it right before this, and I didn't see a comment when I said that. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not making it up. But I appreciate you being here, bro. I gotta kick it with you. Hey, man, listen, this ain't gonna be the longest stream. If you still up, I ain't singing for no woman. He said, pattern to the whites. I'm trying to make peace with white people after I piss them off making for the JD Vance. No, fuck conservatives, bro. I mean, God, some smooth brain motherfuckers. At least some people, even though it was still human worship, tried to make the, well, it was Halloween. Like, I don't give a fuck. You can make fun of him. Wait, aren't you the group of motherfuckers that boycotted some bullshit ass beer because it was a dude dressing as a girl, but now because your beloved orange man picked the guy, you can't wait to suck his dick? Some other dude gonna say, well, I've cross-dressed before. I'm like, well, maybe he'll let you hit you, bitch. The fuck? But no, I just been singing. I've been I'm trying to work on music, so I've been singing. I could have, the reason I went with Creep, because it's a little bit longer. I mean, I could have hit, what was that, Tevin Campbell? Can we talk? See, my voice, and I don't sing it as well. I blew my voice out just a second ago, guys. I was hitting Can We Talk for a minute throughout the day. I sing. I sing. I warm up. I sing so I can auto-tune my voice. Speaking of which, shout out to auto-tune for giving me another free year. I upgrade. A lot of people say auto-tune customer service sucks. I've had nothing but blessings from auto-tune. The greatest customer service I've dealt with in like any music tech company ever. I don't know what it used to be, but sheesh, they gave me. I paid them like $50 to upgrade a cheap version of auto-tune. They gave me 2 free years of everything they have. So that's been dope. But yeah, I've been just, doing something. So that's, trying to get more productive with music, hopefully finishing this album, working on stuff, working out. I've been killing myself working out. So yeah. But let me get back to the comments. Yeah. So yeah, I made a video, calling JD Vance Goldust, because his wig kind of look like old Goldust wig. And I say in the video, I talk shit about the exact words. Let me go with exact words. I always have smoke for Huck Tua Harris, but on my streams, and I'm still gonna have smoke for that goofy bitch. But I wanted to make fun of this guy, this JD Vance guy, and people just said, "Well, communism," and they just start talking shit about Kamala Harris because they just people. Ghetto trash, all sorts of bullshit from people who didn't listen. And I'm like, what the fuck? What in the fuck? I talk about the other guy drinks horse semen. Yeah, he's a degenerate too. What the fuck? They just assume, well, you're making fun of my guy. You must be a leftist. There's no other way. You can't just find this guy fucking goofy. There's no way. You have to be the other guys. Yeah, why are you guys? And actually, I think Matt said something about that in his video on Twitter, arguing about which degenerate VP is worse. It's like, this is why, similar to JD Vance, he's non-binary clearly. And I have a non-binary mentality when it comes to politics. And I ruffle some feathers that way. But I'm glad because, the one guy, he was kind of a dumb idiot, or a smart idiot, I should say, where he uses a bunch of big words, but he's not listening. He doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. But I felt like he keeps bringing comments up because I've hit a nerve. And if there's any point of being a politically homeless person who pushes politically homelessness or politic homelessness, it's the idea that maybe some people will realize how fucked up this world is. Maybe some people will realize the government runs this world. Not the government runs the world. The corporations are the government. That's what I'm trying to say. The corporations are the government. Shit, Disney killed somebody, and they may get away with it, and they may get away with killing anybody. I got a video coming out tomorrow talking about that. But yeah, people comment without watching the video or without listening to the videos, Richard. And Papa, yeah, I'll comment while I'm watching, but I would never comment and not have seen it. And yeah, sorry, LDG. I'll come by eventually. No, I'm not singing the woman. Like I said, I can sing that song. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. I was singing that all day too. But no, I just, after that, it's nothing. I could go like a whole minute and a half singing Creep. But no, I'm not pandering to the whites. Y'all the only ones. You know what I'm doing? I'm appropriating your culture. How about that? I'm appropriating your culture. Nah. Retro Richard gonna say that's what I'm saying. Your ears are used to bleeding. It wasn't that bad. Singing that shit on the playground. You say I chose wrong. Did RFK just ask Kamala for a job? What a hoe. Yeah, that was the first thing I said, and they don't listen. Lemon Oreos, and saw a video of Oreos in the microscope. That's crazy. That's that's craziness. I mean, if you didn't know you were always being surveilled at all times by everything, shit like that should let you know. I gotta start singing Poison to appropriate white culture. Well, listen, I'm going off what Patrice said. He said that song means something to y'all. And I damn near threw my voice out singing that song. I kind of did throw my voice out singing that song. Let me be honest. Hitting them high notes and shit. The fuck? Shit. What is this? Oh, you know what? Speaking of the video that I'd launched, or it's coming out tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we'll actually have memberships, and all the memberships will really do is just call Fangilante level. It's just 99 cents a month. I'll release early videos, and maybe if we got enough members, we'll do member streams. For more to come later. And I got a bot on Kick. I appreciate you. At least somebody's watching me on Kick. At least somebody's watching. So that's something that's going on. And man, honestly, I've been ready to crash out the whole time. Every rose has its thorn, and you don't know what was it? Don't know what you got until it's gone. I don't really know. I don't really know it. Basco scenario. Whoa, I haven't seen you forever. How you doing, bro? Appreciate you being here. I haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you for showing up, man. Cool stuff. Cool stuff, man. Cool. I gotta listen back, see how bad I sound. I don't know if that sounded good or bad. Doing great. Feeling good. Feeling great. Feeling good. How are you? Doing great. How you been doing? I've been doing okay. I've been doing good. I've been doing good. It's actually been kind of a tough week. Tough week, and a lot of stuff broke. Hopefully, though, I'll get my car fixed Friday or this weekend. We'll see how that goes. Work has been, like I said, really stressful. But I realized, man, I know everybody don't believe in the Most High. I do. It's really been a test of patience this week, and a test of how much I can handle my anger and handle frustration and not crash out. That's what this week has been about. Trying to learn. And you know what? I've gotten some positive stuff out of it. Because honestly, the fucking conservatives pissed me off. And I was so angry. I ended up figuring a way, because like I said, I've been up all day too. And I had a crazy workout last night. I fucking went hard as fuck. And then couldn't sleep. And then just said, fuck it, I'm going to just get up. But what I've been doing throughout the day, in addition, still walked a couple hours. I know Margaritaville, but I don't know the lyrics. I know some of Jimmy Buffett. I know like the singles and shit. I don't know like deep album cuts and shit, but I know the singles. If you like pina coladas. I don't know the rest of the song. And what's the other one? No, that's Van Morrison, Dancing in the Moonlight. I'm about to call that Jimmy Buffett. That's the Van Morrison, I think. Yeah, I'm aware of y'all culture. I know. See, y'all think I grew up around a lot of white people in my teenage years. I know y'all culture. That's why I don't have y'all on the pedestal. It goes both ways. I'm not but that's the thing. That's part of the reason I don't want to go to Snow Bunny heaven. All the jokes aside, I don't think I could date a white girl. I went through it with some white girls, man, back in the day. I don't know if I could do it. I know that, but that's why I don't have y'all on the pedestal at the same time. That's why I don't have y'all on the, y'all just people to me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just people to me because I grew up around y'all, so I didn't have, because some people don't grow up around y'all and they think that all white people are rich. I grew up around white people that were poorer than me. So I never had this idea to think, oh man, I couldn't come up with white privilege because it's like, all y'all motherfuckers is not privileged. I done seen some Mountain Dew meth, teethless motherfuckers. No disrespect. I'm just telling you. I mean, I see black crackheads and all that. I've seen everything. I've seen everything, man. I lived in Michigan. I lived in Detroit. I lived in Charlotte. And now I'm living in Texas. So I mean, I done seen some shit. But that's why I don't have no. Y'all just people. I don't believe the white man ice is colder. So, and I like my little rock music. I like my little Radiohead, as I just showed. I be doing my time. Tom York sings a lot of high notes too, and I can't. As y'all heard, I can't sing high notes. I can't sing at all. That's why I'm using auto-tune for my fucking album. And that's why I'm so happy that they gave me a free year just for no fucking reason. But yeah, y'all just people. Y'all just people. Honestly, all people stink. Can I be honest? Anybody who don't wash their ass stink, regardless of race. That's just the truth. Maybe I got nose blind being around y'all, but I don't think y'all really smell like wet dogs. I don't know. Like I said, I could be just nose blind. But most people, if they ain't came fresh out the shower, especially now I'm in Houston, most people stink, regardless of race. Unless they came fresh out the motherfucker. If they fresh out the shower, they might, some girls that take care of themselves, a lot of times they can smell good, right? And that's, again, regardless of race. If they take care of themselves, fresh out the shower, got nice perfume or nice little smelly lotion, they can smell good. But most people stink. That's the truth. That's the truth. I hate to break that. I probably should have said yeah. As much as white people do, I'm assuming they white because they, talking about ghetto trash and you people and all this shit. But so I'm assuming they white. I probably should have said yeah. Conservatives smell like wet dogs right now. Fuck them. Suck my dick. Suck my dick. Most unprincipled. They just the left. It's just the left. It's just the left. It's just another. It's an NPC with a MAGA hat, man. They're NPCs. They're unprincipled. This week they yelling at. 1 week they yelling at cross dressers. The next week they defended them. One week they got, and then it made me think. Shit, I forgot about the damn jab. Remember all this shit with the jab? People still, the jab. Who even got us the jab at warp speed and continues to brag about it? That same orange motherfucker. And they worship his ass. He was unaware that it was a thing. I would have forgotten it if it was a thing and you didn't say nothing. Like I said, I'm not one of these people like, oh, what do white people think about this? Or I'm just like, man, I'm trying to get through my day. My goal is self-improvement, man. That's my fucking main goal. I don't give a shit. I care about y'all. I care. The one kid came in the stream last week with kind of a tragic story. I know Richard's had some tragic stuff. A lot, people go through stuff. I care about people. I do care. But my focus is myself because I got to improve myself. I am scared about not being able to retire. I am scared about dying early because I'm fat. I got to lose this fucking weight. I got to clean up my diet. I mean, it's cleaner than what it was because I'm not eating like 7,000 calories anymore. But I still need to clean it up, even if it's, because hearing about all the additives. And I still don't know what the fuck to do with carnivore. Is butter good or bad? Is dairy good or bad? Apparently red meat, but what about chicken? And what about poultry? Not poultry, fish. And I'm not a big fish guy. Some of the seafood fucked up. Some of the beef is fucked up. So how you know? It's just like, man, this shit's complicated. So I'm trying to keep it simple. I'm trying to, it's the same people like Dr. Disrespect. It might be. It's that human worship, man. A lot of people got that human worship spirit, bro. Or that, it's the internet. It's the internet. People went at, a few the one Dr. Disrespect fan went at me. Because they just, you went at my hero, I got to respond. We in the human worship generation. We in the hater generation. It just is what it is. You said monkeypox square. That's crazy. I'm not falling for none of that shit. Hey, listeners. You missed Creep. Appreciate you being here, though. Appreciate you being here. And I can't sing it again. I really did throw my voice out. Completely out. But, I mean, listen. That's their business. They want to do the monkeypox thing, and if people in that community want to get jabbed up, that's their business. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what happened. Honestly, the fucking conservatives yelling at me is like, all right, cool. So at least if I win either way, I still think the Orange Man's probably the better of the two demons. But if you lose, I get to see you conservatives, not you, because you guys are pretty politically neutral, but I get to see conservatives cry about it again. And that'll be fun. Because they can't listen. And I mean, like I said, it should have hit me with the jab. Everybody complain about the jab in general, but like a lot of conservatives talked all this shit, And shit, think about this. The Orange Man was on that, I think I can say it now, ivermectin. Because he was oranger than usual. But he still got the jab out at warp speed. And still brags about it. And he distributed the jab. The left pushed the jab. The right had the jab. You tell me, it's just, that was crazy. We just that concept never really became a conversation piece. How absurd that shit was. But it just shows people don't have principles. People just have teams they root for. And it's okay when they team do it, but not okay when the other team do it. So that's enough of that. I don't want to give it any more energy. And listen, I'll still make fun of motherfuckers. I'll still give it. He didn't push the mandates. That's fair, but he still pushed it out. We're getting Kamala. Yeah, I think we're getting Kamala. But I feel at least I know a bunch of goofy man worshippers will be upset. I heard this. Hey, Forbidden Ruin. They call it turbo cancer. Apparently, that might have got Mama Susan. Who else might have got? Oh man, somebody was talking about the turbo cancer. There's a female celebrity that had passed. Was it Kirstie Alley? A female celebrity last year. They talked about man had this quote unquote turbo cancer. But remember, no matter, you're right. He didn't do the mandates, but the actual fucking thing getting out that fucking fast. He said he wanted to take credit for it. Now, obviously, he good at taking credit for everything. You know what I mean? Yeah, he didn't come up with the mandates. But the damn jab itself, they don't need momentum. They got dominion. That was my thing the whole fucking time. They got dominion. And that's not the this motherfucker tell me you need to vote. Why do you need to vote if y'all don't believe that the last election was real? Which I don't either. Shit. But why vote? They not. You got bullied into one set. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm glad you good. I'm glad you good. Because apparently the turbo cancer is for people who got, you remember they was talking about you need multiple boosters and all that shit. But still. But Camel Toe, a.k.a. Huck Tua, a.k.a. BBL Harris, she don't have to win to win. This is not a fair fight. It's never been a fair fight. But like I said, man, what's going to be shall be. What's going to be shall be. I'm not going to, I'm not saying, I'm sure we'll still talk about the shit. We still got a couple months. But it's not something like never got boosted. Some people still getting boosted. Whoa, sick. That's sick. But with me, man, it's not going to emotionally affect me. It's not going to emotionally affect me. I got to pull myself out of this to the greatest extent that I can. Listen, we just had the greatest wealth transfer of all time. And we have not just inflation, but corporations taking advantage of. We got corporations killing people, not just Boeing, but I got a video coming out tomorrow about this lady who died at Disney. She said she told the restaurant, it was a restaurant at Disney, apparently one that supposedly was better with allergies. She told them the allergies. They assured her that none of the food had any allergens. She ended up dying in her hotel room. And that's not the fucked up, scary, demonic part. I mean, that is fucked up, scary, and demonic. But the real demonic part is the husband who is suing them for wrongful death. Disney is trying to get the case thrown out based on the grounds that he signed up for Disney Plus in 2019. Just for a free trial. But the terms of service of Disney Plus say that you can never bring litigation to Disney ever. And if that holds up in court, it's one of the most frightening legal precedents you could ever imagine. It quite literally gives corporations borderline carte blanche to do whatever they want if you signed up for their product and agreed to their terms of service, because who the fuck reads terms of services? And I know maybe it was predictive program. I know South Park made an episode about the craziness of a terms of service. But if that holds up in court and they get this thrown out and corporations have the power to do that, it's a frightening legal precedent, not just for Disney, but all corporations. So that video is coming out tomorrow. If the memberships were available, because apparently it takes 24 hours, that would be a membership video. And I'm going to hopefully have another video on Friday, which is less weighty. But yeah. An Olympic swimmer passed out after a competition of an asthma attack. Wow. No athlete that I ever heard of that had asthma ever competed in high physical sports. I feel like I just saw Batista. That's not high. That's wrestling. So that's fake. Wasn't there a football player that had asthma that I want to say it was a D lineman. I can't remember. And they were jabbed and boosted. Well, that's fucking horrific. Yep. Yeah, Forbidden Ruin user already had again. Yep, she filed papers, have it thrown out. I thought it was the husband who signed up for Disney Plus, but either way, the couple signed up for Disney Plus, and the user agreement provided the physical parks. We'll find out in court. We'll find out what the judge agrees with. If the judge throws it out, the legal precedent is frightening. Have a theory about the first round's the template into you and the boosters will fuck you up? Maybe. You know, I had family members who got just the first jab and nothing happened. Thank the Most High. I'm blessed. You know, because obviously we saw all the people falling. You got on voting harder to steal. The numbers on live, we saw the 4 a.m. draft when they stole last time. We'll see it again. If the judge sides with Disney, imagine the evil. I didn't even think about Disney. Imagine the evil Google could now do if that precedent exists. If they put in their terms of services, you could never bring litigation to Google. Which we already, speaking of this damn jab, even though I forgot what state's trying to sue, but I mean, obviously, you know, these pharmaceutical companies have been protected from wrongful death litigation based upon this bullshit jab. So it's not like there's no precedent for grand evil. This is your government, guys. This is the actual government, the corporations. I'm not saying go socialist because that's some bullshit. But that's the actual government. But like I said, this is not like we don't have a precedent for mass death being legally protected, because we do. Just because of these pharmaceutical companies. And could you imagine all the different terms of service you sign up for, and now you could never sue that company? Imagine, I mean, where would it extend to if a death doesn't matter? If an obvious wrongful death doesn't matter, how far would that extend? Of you signed up for our terms of service. Our terms of service says you can't bring litigation against us. What could that possibly mean? Where does that end? If the judge sides with Disney, I mean, shit. Could they reinstitute slavery? Like what? Like I started to get like crazy. Fetish. Like what neo-feudalism, cyberpunk nightmare could tech companies now put upon the earth if this ruling holds up? Most people around here, when they say, yeah, with this bullshit, go fuck yourself, I feel you. And shout out to those people. EU's applying the jab vax cards. Wow. Well, Agenda 2030, 6 years away, and we're seeing it kick up. And this is how you know Kamala's going to win. That's why there's no, just prep. Do the best job you can prep. I was looking at my little 401k, which is a decent little amount. I'm like, man, I don't know how to roll it over to a Roth IRA. I don't know if that would be better. I don't know. But I hope, we got two different opinions. I hope Small Time's opinion is right, because Forbidden Ruin thinks the judge is going to side with Disney. Small Time says it shouldn't hold up in court. If we're talking about, listen, if Disney wasn't Disney, it wouldn't hold up in court, but they are Disney. You can't move around the EU unless you had a card to display. That's crazy. Well, I guess I ain't going to Europe ever in my life, but I appreciate you being here, Small Time. It ain't small time to me, man. And this ain't a republic no more. God damn. Like I said, this is a full-blown corporate oligarchy. That's what my fear is. They almost always side with Big Corpo. Almost always. Like I said, once it's a legal precedent, even in other states, they can reference the case. And so Guess what's going to happen the next day to every single terms of service on the whole of the earth that you sign up for and will have to re-sign? You will not be able to bring litigation against any major corporation that you click a box on. Think about how frightening that is. There's an exception when it's the government versus big corpo. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't care. It's not about Disney. It's the precedent for me. Disney are demons. And I care about it's sad what they did to that woman. If y'all knew that y'all had allergies in y'all food, all y'all had to do was say, hey, because, you go to places that say, hey, our food comes in contact with peanuts or maybe shellfish and you have a severe allergy, be aware. That's all Disney had to do. And once she told them, like, hey, you know what? All our food has to come in contact. So unfortunately, we can't serve you. That's all they had to do. They could have probably still served their drinks and still made their little money. That's all they had to do. But they weren't responsible. Now that woman is dead, and the legal precedent might be a fucking technocratic nightmare. Oh, yeah. So, listeners, unfortunately, a woman's out. I said it's going to be a video tomorrow. It's already uploaded. I think it's like 10 or 8 or whatever it's supposed to go live. But a woman is at Disney World with her husband. She has allergies. They picked one of the Disney World restaurants that was supposedly better with handling allergies. They told everybody at the restaurant, the waiter and whoever else was involved, hey, she has very severe allergies. I think shellfish and things like that. And whatever she ate still had contact with some, they making a bunch of different foods, so they still had contact. And she ended up dying. And so her husband is suing Disney for wrongful death. But the family has signed up for Disney Plus back in 2019 for a free trial, allegedly. And in Disney Plus's terms of service, it says you cannot bring litigation against Disney. So, Disney wants the case thrown out based upon that grounds. And not only is that horrifying and evil and just fucked up and just inhumane, but the legal precedent of this would basically make, in a matter of however long it takes for all these companies to update their terms of service, it would basically make the corporate class unsuable. You would, for all intents and purposes, not be able to sue corporations because you agreed to terms of services. It should not legally hold up. It should not legally hold up, as Small Time Republic said. It should not hold up. It would not hold up if it wasn't Disney, but it is Disney. And it won't just be Disney. It'll be Google. It'll be Apple. It'll be any other evil fake book. And they will be unsuable and basically complete the oligarchy. And we've already seen the precedent with what's going on with the drug company. We talked about the jab just a few minutes ago. All these pharmaceutical companies, they're not held liable for litigation of all the wrongful deaths and the potential deaths from this jab. So there's already some precedent just for that. So apparently they have litigation. I guess the legal stuff takes forever, but it's going to start in October, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You just got to pray that the judge has enough sense to let the trial go on. Sad but weird, because people usually are. No, she used her EpiPen. It didn't work. She used her EpiPen. It didn't work. Small Time Republic. I was wondering that. Could it? Could they? I mean, if you talk shit about Boeing, it looks like they already can. Small Time Republic. So yeah, she tried her EpiPen. That's the first thing she did, and it didn't work. Didn't work. And that's sad. Sad. You say cross contamination is a person risk, not a restaurant risk. I don't have any severe food allergies, so I'm not going to act like an expert on that. I mean, I've known people who had them, and they just had to have things certain. I knew one person had a bunch of severe allergies. They had to have everything crazy specific for them just to even be able to eat. They could barely eat. They had so many different allergies, so many different health issues. But yeah, her EpiPen didn't work, and she died, and they're suing. And like I said, because if it holds up, then every corporation can do that. Wonder if it was direct contamination. I'm not sure. So I bet even Hillary, you spelled it wrong. You missed the T. Hillary. No. Hillary was even impressed by what Bowen did to the whistleblowers, right? Nothing happened to him. That's why, I mean, you can get upset about what happens if Kamala or if Trump gets in, whatever. They don't run this government. The president doesn't run the country. The corporations run the world. The corporations run the world. That's who. They're the ones who make power. They're the ones who back the Black Rocks, the Vanguards. They're the ones who back the WEF, the EU, BRICS. You know what I mean? They're the ones who do it. And the corporations they own, like Disney, like the pharmaceutical companies, like these home companies. The reason your home price, the reason it's $400,000 for a home is because the corporation said so. Because they bought all the homes. So you can rent and own nothing and like it. You can own nothing and like it. But now, a $200,000 home is a $500,000 home because the corporation says so. And they own all the homes. So what you gonna do? And there's nobody coming to save you. Orange Man, even if for whatever reason they say, you know what, fuck it, let's give it to. We're not gonna cheat this time. I don't know why they would, but let's just say they did. Let's just say that's the part of the plan. They say, all right, we'll give a little ebb and flow. We'll give our controlled opposition another 4 years just to fuck with the people. And just because. Let's say even if they did, he's not gonna change any of that shit. Especially the shit. And honestly, the more he talks and the better that sounds, the more I know he's not going to win. Because I heard a rumor that he wants to get rid of income tax. It's like, oh, well, we know that shit ain't going to happen. We know that shit ain't happening. So you know he ain't with it. And I can see it now. I already know, I understand the conservative NPC. What's going to happen is he's going to come up with a platform that anyone with a right mind will rather than, especially than Huck Tour, right? But he's going to lose, and the conservatives are going to semi-buy him. Well, all these women and all those, everyone else and all these other people voted for what, you got what you voted for and all this other dumb shit. You got what you voted for. No, we don't. The votes don't matter, you stupid bitch. You told me the votes don't matter. What the fuck? What in the fuck? 2008, Airbus in your time won a bid against Boeing to get a huge government contract. Wow, Boeing paid off a congressman and got it reversed. Like I said, the corporations are the real government. I would sue the fuck out of Boeing for landing you in stranded space. Unpaid astronauts work for the Boeing stranded on ISS. Oh yeah, RIP Social Security. We'll never see that. We'll never see that real way. I appreciate you being here. I did not know there was unpaid astronauts stranded. That sounds like a movie plot. They're stranded on the International Space Station. Could you imagine a worse place on? I was about to say worst place on Earth. It's not on fucking Earth. Is there a worse place that is inhabitable by humans to fucking be stranded? Holy shit. Being unhackable. Hey, I don't know if you heard how far you've heard in the stream. Damn, we already damn near 40 minutes in. I ain't seen Creep that long. God damn. He said it's just so weird because Kamala's literally nothing. Then again, Joe Biden won for a basement with dementia. And, apparently had a growth spurt at 81. If NASA and Boeing can't get them out of space this month, they got to wait till late January, February. Holy shit. One of them is just about to open the airlock. And I'm supposed to go see Alien Romulus tomorrow. And I actually kind of, after the stream, I might check out the original Alien. I've been meaning to see that. I thought they were not alone. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't want to be in space all that time. One of the motherfuckers just going to open the airlock and just walk out. Apparently, yeah, someone's stranded on the ISS. That's crazy. It makes it, but yeah, I guess it makes it better. Just having, some people, but I mean, there's only so long you can be up in space without being ready to jump. Like I said, somebody's just going to open up the airlock and just say, fuck it. And just end it. Because that's, you know what I mean? That's a nightmare. Didn't they just do that movie, Alien Romulus? Yeah, basically, it's out tomorrow. It's out tomorrow. And I'm sure that the motherfucker up there feel like they ain't Alien Romulus. Could you imagine? I don't think there's a worse place on. My head keeps saying on Earth. Or the ISS movie. Is there an ISS movie? I didn't know there was one. They're on the ISS. Watched the Castle doc last month. Wow. You said his best bet would be put in prison September 18th. Man, I don't think it matters. It does. Listen. If you're talking about actual human beings, I think, even though, like I said, I'm mad at some of these smooth brains, it's a safe bet that your orange man will have more actual human beings vote for him than that whore. That's a safe bet. That's a very safe bet. If you're talking about the election results, they're not going to go his way. And it doesn't matter what's planned for this election season. He can get put in jail, all the rigmarole, not to use Richard's word, all the rigmarole that's going to happen. I don't think he's going to win. In the same way that it wouldn't shock me if 4 years ago, more actual humans went into their ballots and voted Donald Trump than Joe Biden in the first place. Just like it wouldn't have shocked me if more people voted to get rid of your boy Patrick Bateman, aka Gruesome Newsom, because it's weird that a state has hemorrhaged literally millions of people to the point where they're taking over other states, this one included, Texas. Got a recall, but still reelected the same governor that they got a recall election for, and all these millions of people left, and all these other millions of people would leave if they could, if they weren't living in a goddamn camper because it's too expensive to live in California. And somehow the guy won. No, I don't buy that. You could say, oh, they voted for it. I don't think they voted for it last time. I don't think it matters who you vote for. And that's not I don't think that's a conspiracy theory. I think that's a safe bet. I think this is a safe bet. Dominion, my guy. I hope, listen, well, I don't know if I hope, but I'd rather you be correct. Forbidden Ruin. Like I said, if we're talking about actual humans going in and going through the selection process, I truly believe more humans will actually vote for this guy, and they probably did last time. But I don't believe that it matters. And why should I? Why should I? If they literally called the damn thing Dominion. That is swaggy. I didn't even think about that. Forbidden Ruin. If you send them to Democrat states, then it doesn't matter. You know, if you send them to Illinois, New York, they're gonna vote for Democrat anyway. Yes, small town republic. That's what. And listen, I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to be right on this one. Even if I think Gady Vance is looking like gold dust. Speaking of wrestling, Gady Vance looking like gold dust. Yes, we're small town republic. We're wrestling fans cheering for someone, even though backstage is predetermined. Unfortunately. Yeah, the Democrat listeners, you're correct. If the universe is correct at all, Trump will still win because Democrats have Zemp, twerking, and tampons. Tampon Tim, horse semen Tim. I'd have got a lot of MAGA. I should have. Maybe if I would have made fun of both of the weird ass VPs at the same time, it'd have been smoother. Tampon Tim and Gold Dust and this twerking hoe. And what you guys think? Shout out to Matt from Fireball Productions. I watched his podcast. I didn't see it live, but he was covering Trump and Elon. I don't know if that billion number is correct. Maybe it is. You know what I mean? But what did y'all think about that? That whole Elon. I didn't watch the whole thing. I got about an hour and plus, and then I was working on music. Got about an hour and a half in, so I saw a good portion. Hour and 15 minutes in. Now I went to bed at that time. Tampon Tim is catchy. Yeah, it is catchy. Yeah, it is sad. See, that's what I was talking about. I say he has a life. He had a life. Yeah, he broke up with his girl. Timmy Tampon's catchier. They both were catchy because that alliteration. That's why Marvel, Peter Parker, Reed Richards, alliteration. And actually, my actual government is alliterative as well because I'm a fucking vigilante. Fucking vigilante, motherfucker. But yeah, Tampon Tim, Timmy Tampon. Timmy Tampon is a little catchy. It comes out the tongue. Shouldn't say that with him. I shouldn't have said that word. Comes out the tongue. Nasty motherfucker. What weird motherfuckers? There's not normal motherfuckers in politics. I know I didn't talk shit about Tulsi Gabbard and her cougar ass. You couldn't have picked. But I know that was the other because she erupt now. There was any. Listen, man. You tell me with no other Democrats outside this weird horse semen tampon motherfucker. There had to be other motherfuckers. All the external view surfaces. Okay. Hit 1 billion interactions. Okay. 1 billion interactions. I mean, I could believe it. You know what I mean? Because, if you get, because interactions, I know it's sometimes with these views, if you, let's say you watching a stream, you go away, you come back, that's two different interactions. She tried to buy streamers, they all said no. Why are we here in 2024 with tampons as a political tool? I don't know. Because this is a joke. Because this is a fucking joke. I don't get it. No one cares about Social Security. I care about it, Wade. I care about Social Security. That's one of my biggest personal stresses. It's like, yo, how am I going to fucking retire? I'm not going to be able to own a home. I got a little 401k money, but that's not going to be enough. What the fuck is going to happen when I'm old? That fucking frightens me, man. I care, but I don't know what the fuck to do. Because on top of all of this shit, we don't even have enough kids to keep the goddamn Ponzi scheme going. So I'm frightened about, listen, I give a fuck about Social Security real way. That shit literally frightens me now. It's motivating me to where okay, I get shit going. I've been trying to find positive YouTubers to get myself going, man. And shout out to the Ghetto Bodybuilders. This dude, ironically, is CO, he's a correctional officer, and he lifts weights, and he does YouTube. But just stuff he talking hey, just be on your grind. He's trying to retire early. And, he's also on that type of time by buying stock. And it's man, I gotta get more money coming in because there's no one is coming to save me. My generation is not going to have Social Security. It's not gonna have any resources. There's nothing in that pot of gold. There's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So shit, trust me. Individually, no, hey, stay in the chat, man. You got the shit you're talking about is as valid as anything. We're complaining. It's doomer time, bro. Doomer time. Do. Can't touch this. Do. Can't touch this. Cause you literally can't touch the damn Social Security. Cause it don't fucking exist. Doomer time. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to get you mad too. I probably pissed LDG off. Cause he's like, hey, where you been? Like I said, I've been busy. Listen, the fact that I ain't getting Social Security mean I gotta grind. I ain't got enough time to watch shit. I gotta grind because we ain't gonna have no Social Security. I'm grinding, brother. Banks are selling off people's retirement funds to elite. Oh boy, even better. Whoa, the illegals qualify for Social Security and retirement benefits without doing nothing. God damn, they gonna pull the same gimmick they did in the UK where they make people so mad at the damn immigrants. See, y'all got me saying, man, this motherfucker gotta win. Cause I seen something talking about he got a big deportation plan. Man, I hope I'm wrong. Listen, I'm wrong about a lot of things. Please tell me I'm wrong about this damn selection, please. Please, but yeah, I'm sitting there trying to write songs, sing poorly, try to figure out some sort of small business to start. I may start I ain't gonna tell you, I talk too much. But this is a small business I might start. I'm trying to get my car fixed. I know a lot of times you stream at like 8. And then it's nothing. I end up streaming like an hour at. So like before my stream, I just kind of like, because I kind of got to get up. So 8 my time. I forgot what time zone you is. Probably 9 your time if you're on the East Coast. But I do see that they exist. I'm going to catch one and I'm going to say something one of these times. You're like, oh shit. But yeah, man, there's a lot of content creators who I know, and it's hard to catch everybody content all the time. Sometimes it's like whoever streams at convenient. Like a lot of times I'll end up catching Wes's stuff because he'll stream. Like I don't know if he's streaming tonight. He might stream tonight because he does that whatever Wednesday on Rumble. Shit, that's probably what LDG is. But like after this stream, if he's streaming Breath of the Wild, I'll check it out because I'm done with my stream and then I watch his. So yeah, man. Please don't take it personal. Blame my head, not my heart. Remember Silicon Valley bankruptcy? $150 million. They gave away illegal alien. Oh, a small time. His tax cuts expire 2025. Oh my God! So they're gonna tax us even more. Oh my God! I gotta be wrong. Oh my God! Oh, LDG is here. He is here. So I hadn't scrolled down to see the comments. You joking? Listen, I don't know. People mad at me today. People are mad at me. The hustle is real. Yeah, it is. Say I make more money on OnlyFans than YouTube. Yeah, that's not. Well, I ain't gonna make money on either. It don't look like. Just joking. All right, watching both of us. I see. You said I'm gonna be scent waving in Harlem in the trail. I'm gonna be scent waving. I might be scent waving in Mexico, man. I'm thinking about learning Spanish, and I am not joking. I literally, I think I said this in one of these streams. My coworkers, a lot of them are Mexican. Their plan is to go back to Mexico, to retire at least, because their dollar goes further, and they know the language, they know the culture. A lot of them, some of them are either first or second generation. Maybe at best third generation, and they've been back and forth many a time, so it's nothing for them to be there. So that's some people plan. This is like, and I'm like, man, maybe that's not a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? And shit, their food got a higher quality. I'm glad you're here, bro. I appreciate it, man. See, LDG's just as mad as me as you, Wade. He's just as mad. Now I'm messing with both of y'all. Please don't hate me. Please. I sung Creep. Why don't you people like me? No. You know what? I could start a total separate channel. Zeus, you want to be on YouTube? Man, he sleep. He looked at me, man. You should see I wish, and humans can infer things that dogs don't actually feel. But he looked at me like, how fucking dare you ask me? How dare you try to exploit me? No, hey, Retro Richard, we still having a conversation. Don't worry about it. Animal View's cute, and fucking Dog Jelani's a beautiful dog. Zeus is fucking beautiful. You are beautiful, bro. No cap. My dog's tired, though. He's tired as hell. Yeah, I could do a YouTube channel with Zeus. I could. That might not be a bad idea, guys. That might not be a bad idea. We'll see, honestly. That might not be a bad idea. I've thought about it before. We'll see. Hey, shit. But see, I don't know what to do. Baby, you know what? I might do some research. That might not be a bad idea. I might literally take y'all up on that. Because I might just, all I gotta do is watch other YouTube videos, see what the fuck they do, and just copy the shit. Ain't that hard. Simple as. There's way worse ideas. I was going to Uber Eats and do like some of these goofy, not goofy, but kind of simple, but not super profitable business ideas that I have as just something to get going. And like, okay, if I could save enough. Random topic, but Kirk Herbstreit came out today and said he's going to be more open about what he thinks. He's tired of saying silliness. Is he going to keep crying? Is he going to keep crying? I remember him crying. But what, in reference to what? What is Kirk Herbstreit? He's the college guy, right? Used to play at Ohio State, college game day guy. Dogs just run around and play. Man, shit, he might. Hey, Zeus, you might have a channel tomorrow. I'm telling you, you might have a channel tomorrow. If I start a channel, that shit blow up. Listen, if I start a dog channel and that shit blow up and y'all don't hear from me, you know why. VigilanteWilliamson didn't hurt himself. He just took off his mask and just started recording his dog and just said, fuck this. Oh, he got asked about men playing women's sports and said, of course not. Oh, look at him be based. Look at him be based. Because, some people, they sugar foot around. They, pussy foot around. They don't want to say, oh, well, da, da, da. They want to talk, especially on ESPN. Going back to that evil megacorp, was just that. Every fucking time I want to stop talking about this evil fucking company, I gotta talk about. If VigilanteWilliamson's a real superhero, Disney's just one of the supervillain groups I just have to deal with. It's just like the Sinister Six. It doesn't matter what Spider-Man want. The Vulture and Doc Ock is gonna fuck with him, with Rhino and all them other motherfuckers. It's just no matter what happens, I gotta deal with this Legion of Doom type demonized group. He said it has to be careful. Still working for ESPN. Yeah, that is. It is amazing what's considered base, right? But it is. It is. Or is it? I mean, shit. I feel like JD Vance is actually gay. I don't buy the it's just some or he's not to go back to that. I know I'm gonna keep bringing it up. Not it ain't just no Halloween. I think I even though being a witness, never celebrate Halloween, whatever. I never dressed up as no girl, man. And I know a lot of people who have never dressed up as no girl. So I don't know. But I'll say that because Gay D Vance, that's why I keep calling him. Gay D Vance, man. Hey, it's a lot of men in this chat. Have any of y'all ever dressed up as a woman? And if you have, no judgment. But I haven't. I haven't. I don't think you do that unless you got some sugar in your tank. If he was a rapper, I would call him gay. If he was anything else. And just because the other guy drinks horse semen and tampons and all this other dumb shit, that don't make you straight. You know what I'm saying? But I only say that to say, like, shit, is it even based to say that there's two genders now? Because if you know what I'm saying? Because maybe it's not based anymore. Because maybe it's always okay because, he's the VP. Maybe it's not okay to say, maybe because, we keep saying conservatives are liberals going to speed limit. Maybe the speed limit is at non-binary clock right now. Maybe it's, or non-binary miles per hour. Maybe we at 72 genders miles per hour. And it's like, why are you, because I think if JD Vance said tomorrow, you know what? I am trans. I'm not. But I'm saying if he said that and Trump supported him, I think the right would just ride with it blindly. I think they would. And listen, again, the right is still better than the left because they have nothing but twerking and more taxes. You know what I'm saying? You VTubed as a chick. Okay. Yo, why didn't he just pick Tulsi? Why didn't he pick Tulsi? I don't understand that. Listen, and I'm y'all know I can be critical of women in politics and women in power, but between the two, I've also said the one advantage women do have in politics is dudes are thirsty out here. Shit, like I said, there was somebody talking about the fucking animated gender swap penguin, talking about ooh she thick. The fucking animated gender swap penguin. There's some guys down bad. Tulsi's not the worst looking girl. You know what I'm saying? She's a much better VP pick. Just straight up off of that. Off of just the male thirst is enough reason for you to pick her. Plus, I mean, listen, when she talks, I've heard dumber things than the shit Tulsi says. And again, I'm not a big Tulsi fan. Because I'm not a fan of no politician. I hate them all. But if on the scale relative to other politicians, you could do a lot worse than Tulsi. Why didn't he pick her? I have no idea why he didn't pick her. But I can't even get mad at VTubing. I mean, I wouldn't VTube as a chick personally, but I would exploit a dog for money. So I get it. So I get it. It's a tough economy. It's a tough economy. There's a woman who does shorts of her cat just walking down the hallway, 10 to 20K views. Yeah, I have no problem exploiting my dog for money. So, to each their own. To each their own. You hot as a chick? Listen, I'm not, no judgment, man. Gotta make this money some way, somehow. I'm sure there's some dudes VTubing on OnlyFans right now and probably making more money than I am. One women have been for the cause since the beginning. Now if they lose, they have a problem with it. Yeah, that like y'all caused this shit. There would be no transgender in sports if it wasn't for women. There would be not a single one. This was your idea. If remember is right, this is your idea. Y'all brought this madness across us. So that's crazy. You said most you did is wore a woman's t-shirt. So yeah, that doesn't count. Let a man kill a woman. She asked for it. She chose to compete against a man. Ooh, that we talked about that because the boxing, even though that was not quite transgender, even though that person probably is still kind of a male, that's another can of worms altogether. But eventually, it's going to happen. If you have women compete against men in contact or combat sports, one of these girls are going to be turned into a vegetable or die. It is inevitable. It is the sound of inevitability, to quote Agent Smith. It shall be if you keep having transgender women who are born as men fight natural born women. Fight. If that continues, it is inevitable. Yeah. Yo, I saw. You talk about Daily Wire guys have been in drag. I'm sure they have. Listen, I keep saying Ben Shapiro is what's that bitch Britt Cooper in drag. I still buy that. I still believe that, and I'm not gonna I'm gonna need evidence. I saw the little one video where they're kind of in the same place, but I need to see them unless I see them live in person, both together. I'll still just believe it's a body double, bro. I think that's the same person. I think Britt Cooper, and Ben Shapiro are the same person. But last year, now a year and a half ago, when that Crowder versus Daily Wire thing happened, if you guys remember that, I made a goofy little save Bitcoin thing, and in the process, I came across, and I cannot find him anymore, Matt Walsh. You thought our Matt had some suspect looking pics, bro. He was on some male model type shit. Some super sussy male model. He had some really sussy pics from back in the day. And I cannot find them anymore. They've been scorched earth from the internet. And see, that's another thing. Do you know there's a rep for the conservatives that they all closeted homosexuals? That rep has existed since I was a kid because Dolph protests too much. You know what I mean? But all right, man. That's what y'all want. That's what y'all want. Y'all listen, I know, I thought it was crazy when the one girl, I forgot who, said that all conservatives should be Christian, but some people are Christian, and some people just don't play that shit. Is it gonna really affect y'all voting? I don't know. I don't think so, but it could, because some people just don't play that shit. Some Southern, hey, you know what? I'm a Southern Christian. I know he probably the best option, but Jesus is my king, and I don't care. I care more about Jesus than voting. Some people are going to have that thing. I don't think it's going to be enough to knock off the votes. Like I said, I'm more worried about Dominion than actual votes, because who could vote for Harris? But there will be some people who don't vote because of that, because and some of us still do believe in Jesus Christ. I know not everybody does, but some people do, and that matters to some people. But yeah, a lot of these it wouldn't shock me more the motherfuckers been dragged. And then fucking Jordan Peterson, he be dressing like Two-Face. More concerned with politicians do than what they do in their pants. I'm not even concerned with that, because the corporations own the politicians, but I get what you mean. Repeal the 19th. Not sorry. Look at Cackles and Pig Losi. Oh, God. Complete trash. You know what? The only reason I disagree is because Pig Losi, a.k.a. Nancy Pelosi, is this listless. You said Kamala's the worst example. You said the worst example, to be fair. The worst. She's definitely one of the worst examples, but, you got Pelosi is probably the worst, and then AOC's up there. Trump guy because it upsets the right people. Fair enough. But, yeah, there's a lot of NPC-ness on both sides, though. That's what we're seeing. I've not seen Anna Luna. You said sipping politicians a damn good reason to abolish the 19. I agree. Always welcome on the stream. Okay. I appreciate that, even though streaming. I'd be lucky. Let me try to watch a stream. Actually stream it. Hey, Fish Chozo's here. But yeah, just I don't really want to. I might do. I've been meaning to hit up Matt to see if maybe we could do some streams sometime, just because we've done it before. But I honestly, back when I used to stream with everybody, that really soured me on collaborating. I'm not so keen and quick to collaborate. Not saying I'll never do a stream ever. I've done some streams with your channel before. So I might, but I'm not. I am not. I don't have that collaborative spirit. That really burnt me out. It really wasn't. It was fun at times, but nothing's worse than when people are depending on you and expecting you to do something and just not valuing your time. And I had a lot of that when I was, on other people's shows. I ain't even gonna say names. The dog just gets to be themselves, not even exploiting. That's somewhat true. But to put somebody on the internet, to me, is naturally exploitative. There's an argument that's to say that any YouTuber is exploiting themselves, myself included. At some point, we're going to have an idiot in a bikini for president. Yeah, I think both me and you can see AOC getting there. They didn't, man. Dominion happened. They voted for Big Mike and them. They did vote for Big Mike and Biden. I give you that. But they didn't vote for Biden solo, man. They didn't vote for Biden and Kamala. We saw it. We saw them pulling shit out the fuck under the table. So this isn't, don't believe your lying eyes. Was that AI? Was that an AI shit when they were pulling ballots under the table? You tell me. But that's my fear, man. That's my fear. Like I said, more people might actually go and vote for Orange Man, but if they they literally were on camera in multiple cities pulling ballots from under tables, and they still got away with it. So what the fuck has changed to stop them from this time? That I could not tell you. Why are dumbass women not refusing? They must know they're gonna get hurt. I couldn't tell you that either. I don't know why. I don't know if they think maybe the clout. We're in the internet age, and I don't know. I don't know why a woman would want to box a transgender. I guess in the Olympics, they kind of had no choice. It's either leave the Olympics. If you trained your whole life to get in the Olympics, it's like, well, fuck, what am I going to do? But if you're talking about, outside the Olympics, I couldn't tell you. And check out Real Wade shorts. If you ask any female 19 whether they would not accept it. You had to go back further in 2019. You had to probably go back to 2017 because by 2019 you already had most probably wouldn't have accepted, but you would have had some talking that shit already by 2019. Matt Walsh falls out of small time. You right on the money. Matt Walsh falls under that Jeremy from G&G's motto: those who preach the lies have the most to hide. And shout out to Nosferatu. He's not here, but he put me up on the fact, and I don't know if it was him or I think it was him. Could have been Forbidden Ruin because you usually put us up on that stuff, that he loved the Last Jedi when it was cool, and then the second it wasn't, it was like, oh, the Last Jedi, Disney's woke and all this shit woke, but he was a Last Jedi fan. That shit's on the internet. He can't erase that. People are disillusioned. And Forbidden Ruin denounces those ideological representatives, as you should. A lot of people aren't sentient, man. Like I said, between the two, it's obvious, man. I may not have a MAGA hat on, but I mean, no, wearing an AJ Lee shirt is not sus, Richard. I may not have a MAGA hat on, but I mean, come on. Come on, between the two. I don't accept the whole binary thing. Like I said, the corporations are going to do their thing. The shit, at least, I'll give Orange Man this. For a second, I didn't know what he was running on. Now he does have things that he's running on. He's running on deportation, taxes, tax breaks, which we goddamn need. I would assume gas would go down because he would open up more pipelines and shit like that. Between the two, it's a no-brainer. It's a fucking no-brainer. But I mean, not only do I not like feel like voting, even though last time it was literally incredibly convenient to vote. It was literally walking distance from my apartment. I went to a school. It took all of 20 minutes, and I went and got a public sub. It took no time. I walked, I voted, I got some Publix. It was a half an hour, maybe hour plus me, eating the sub and smoking weed. It took no time to walk because North Carolina had early voting for like the first 3 weeks of whatever it was before. So I could just walk in. School was walking distance. Voted on like a Saturday. Like I said, it was all in the same area. Went to a Publix, got a Publix sub, walked back home. It was no effort. It took no time to vote. So it was very convenient. And honestly, y'all know why I voted last time? Because I rarely vote. It was Barack Obama. If you guys remember, they kept having him in these commercials on YouTube and everywhere else, and he kept talking about, you should go out and vote, you should go out and vote, you should go out and vote. I said, you know what, motherfucker? I will, but I'm not voting for you motherfuckers. And it felt good with all the you ain't black and hot sauce in the purse to hit R. That was actually a cathartic feeling. I didn't vote necessarily. I did want to win between the two, but it was the catharsis of saying, fuck you. You're going to have to see a statistic. And it turned out, what, it was like 20%, 30% of black people, something like that. Maybe it was 20, maybe it was low. But it was higher than normal voted for Republican. And I expect it to be higher this time too. Again, Dominion and, a lot of sisterhood. It's going to be a lot of sisterhood. It's going to be a lot of females voting for Kamala. White, black, Latino, otherwise. Latinx, otherwise. Unfortunately, for better or for worse. But like I said, I still think actual votes, Trump will probably win. Now, whether or not it counts, everybody don't believe in Jesus. That's something you want to pray on. It's your business. It's your business. You think before December 2019 you would have got a no? Man, listen, I think you probably still would get no more often than not, even now. You know what I'm saying? But there's enough of a woke contingent. I'm just making up words. I was trying to say constituency and contingent at the same time, but they're not the same word. There's enough woke women that they would say, oh, well, gender is gender and gender is not, and all this other little bullshit, whatever they say. There's 132 genders and my pronouns are this. And I see pronouns sometimes in people's email signature at work. Now, you don't have to do that, but some people do. I just be thinking, what the fuck is wrong with you? Usually, it's not too many people I interact with on a regular basis, but I'll see an email and they'll say, she, her. And they always normal pronouns. It's she, her, and he, him. I've never seen they, them. I've yet to see it. But they got, they just, follow along. Because Lord knows, like I said, it's just NPCs, so they do the NPC thing. 2/5 of the squad are gone, but the replacements are deep state socialists. Well, that's unfortunately the gimmick. Pelosi's gonna croak or get dragged out of there. She's like 85. Dissolve in a puddle of black goo. Used to be as a black rep, whatever. Hey, you sent me stuff. What'd you send me? I see links. I'm not about to break up the conversation for these links. No disrespect. But hey, feel free to check out the Fortnite videos that Real Wade has. But did you send me stuff on Instagram, or you just talking about the links? Because I'm having a conversation. I'm trying to read everything. It would break everything up. It would just be like, hey, we talking about politics, and hey, watch this Fortnite video. It doesn't kind of fit. No disrespect, but hey, if you do wanna break from all this bullshit, check out Real Wade Nation Gaming. It is good to take breaks from this political bullshit, bro. Cause it is bullshit. It is bullshit. I constantly tell myself the serenity prayer in some way, shape, form, fashion. You gotta know the things that you can change, the things that you can't, have the patience to deal with the things that you can't, and the wisdom to know the difference between the two. And hey, maybe you I'm wrong, and your vote does matter. If you ain't gotta listen to me. This is not the we don't have to all agree about everything all the time. That's Oh shit, do I got the I don't remember which number it was, man. I think it's this. Yeah, it is. That's kind of gay to just all, hey, we all agree on everything and everyone's, no, that's not what I'm trying to breed. So hey, you want to vote? Shit, if you wanted to vote for Huck Tua, I don't understand why, but you can. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to kick you out the channel because you want to vote for some hoe. That's your business. That's your business. So if you do believe in voting, you want to vote orange, man, good on, go ahead, man. Another reason there's no point. I mean, I'm in Texas. I don't think, they will really, listen, there's no way they're winning Texas. I know they were sort of close last time, but I mean, again, do you really believe last time? I don't think they'll ever do that. Because they know Texas might ride. Texas might slide. Texas and Florida might slide. So I don't think they'll ever cheat those states. The Midwest, though, some of those Midwest states, expect some fuckery. Like, unfortunately, my home state, even the Carolinas, even. Some of the states was, obviously we know Illinois, even Ohio even. Expect some fuckery up there. We already know about the Northeast. Outside of, was it like New Hampshire, one of those New England states, I think sometimes votes Republican, but the Midwest is where there's going to be some fuckery. And shit, maybe even the Northeast. I know there's a lot of, I've seen these Chicago council meetings where there's a lot of brothers and sisters who are pissed about the Democrats and these fucking immigrants. And talking about how immigrants are causing all this we already know how fucked up Chicago is, unfortunately, as is. And then you add the immigrants to it, and then you add all the money they're getting as opposed to the resources of the city. So that's the thing that's fucked up. Like, I could see if Chicago wasn't so corrupt and Illinois wasn't so corrupt, it wouldn't be shocking for them to vote for Orange Man, right? But you know what? That's a state where it could literally be more people who actually vote orange in November, but it's not going to show it on November. Illinois is going to be blue. It does not. Illinois and California, New York, it literally doesn't matter what the people actually vote. They're going to be blue, and there's nothing anyone can do about AI was a fetus in 2020. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't AI. It wasn't AI when they was pulling those ballots out. Shit, AI is still a toddler with all the extra fingers and weird shit you be seeing. You said you knew Trump was going to lose in 2020. Oh, yeah. Remember the water main burst in Atlanta? That's crazy business. Yeah, I forgot all about that. You're right. He tried to play it. Oh, he talking about Jeremy. Was trying to play it off as sarcasm. There was no sarcasm in his voice. He genuinely liked The Last Jedi. Liked The Last Jedi. As far as Forbidden Ruin voting, he said it took him 10 minutes, 8 minutes to drive it to stop sign red lights. Yeah, it was extra convenient. They keep saying black people don't know how to vote. No, most black people don't vote, and I'm not helping because I'm not voting. Because I can't speak for the rest of us, but I can tell you I don't believe in the system, as I've said for an hour and a half. As I've been complaining about it for an hour and a half, that I don't believe in the damn system. And I'm sure I'm not the only brother who think that way. Yeah, they talk about, don't get me started. We can't use the internet, can't use ID. This shit makes me sick. And ironically, I've never, in the past 4 or 5 years, I've seen more black conservatives than the whole rest of my life all together combined. Them saying all this bullshit. I think black men are again, not knowing how Dominion's gonna play out. I don't know how many ballots of people who ain't alive they're gonna pull from under these tables. But I would say most black men are probably who do vote are gonna vote orange. You do got those few who gonna vote who gonna get henpecked by their wives and vote blue, and some Divine Nine, Boule Freemasons who may vote blue. But most everyday middle class blue collar black men, they're gonna vote orange. And yes, I'm saying vote orange instead of red. I'm saying orange. Probably won't vote in 2026 unless it's a worthy candidate. It's not a socialist them. Fair enough. Did somebody say RFK is trying to get on in with Kamala? That is disappointing. Swing states, Arizona, Georgia, and Michigan allow ballot harvesting. Well, yeah. Well, those, like I said, my home state, Michigan. Zona. That was another state last time some fuckery happened. Yeah, well, you know what's going to happen this time, man. Especially with Atlanta, man, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it is what. All right, LDG, peace out, man. Peace out. One of these days, I'm going to just pop up. Bro. Because, I've been meaning to just chat with you, man. Just see how you doing. And congrats on the new studio, man. Congrats on the new studio. Shit, I wanted to, speaking of, I've been meaning to challenge you just on some developer shit. I've been thinking about getting back into the programming and development. I'm like, where is the money, man? I did Vue.js and React Native and tried to do the little front end stuff because it was pretty easy. It's HTML, CSS, and then you write a little code around it. And I tried like a bitch to get a front end job back in the mid to late 2010s in Charlotte. And I got a few interviews and had technical interviews and just couldn't get in. So yeah, I don't know if you're still here, but I've been meaning to talk to you about development. Chicago still waiting for MJ to come back. Hey, Low Spec Linux laptop. Shout out to the Penguins. And I ain't talking about Pittsburgh. I ain't talking about Sidney Crosby. I'm talking about Low Spec. Another gamer channel. But Richard, you never. What happened about pronouns when you went to college orientation? And you said you were watching people. Oh, and watching the pipe broke, and they were gonna count again. All of a sudden it flipped. Yeah, I expect more fuckery this time, unfortunately, and I want to be wrong. Even though the conservatives yelled at me because I think J.D. Vance looks like Gold does, I still want to be wrong. I still, they can still suck my dick, but I still want to be wrong because between the two sets of demons, he's clearly the better one. But like I said earlier, I fear that the better his platform sounds, the less likely I think there is going to let him win. Because Agenda 2030 is on its way, unfortunately. Ain't that the truth? Both sides suck, vote orange. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Both sides suck, but vote orange. Body Count. That's a band that used to fuck with Ice-T, right? And I don't know. I never knew if he was officially a part of that band or just collaborated with that band. But I remember Body Count. Never trust a voting machine. Paper only. Don't care if it take 100 years to hack. Electronics get hacked, right? Everything gets hacked. And oh yeah, speaking of why you saying that, small time, Dominion had to admit their machines are connected to the internet. That seems safe, right? That they're connected to the internet. Is he liberal? Oh man. Ice Cube sure as shit not. He talking buku shit. I saw a video with him talking about and shout out to Ice Cube for making that video. Hope don't nothing happen to him, man. Whenever I see somebody who is even close to base, I'm like, man, I hope they don't fuck with him. But he said, like, don't let nobody tell you who you need to vote for because you black or that you need to vote. Don't let them say, oh, people die for our right to vote. I'm like, thank you for saying this shit. Q, I appreciate him saying that shit, man. I know he's just a celebrity or whatever, and whatever. But I just like, thank you for just saying that shit. No, you don't have to vote at all. You don't have to vote for somebody just because you're a certain race or a certain demographic. That's bullshit. And the idea that that there are people still trying to guilt people into that bullshit is fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Especially after the past 4 years, everybody broke. Are you fucking crazy? We can't afford a house. We can't afford shit. And you gonna keep pushing that bullshit. You might be out your fucking mind. So going about to speaking of woke, Retro Richard's woke story. Basically, I didn't know what it was. They was asking people about their pronouns. Some fat white chick with glasses was like, they, them. I'm like, bitch, what? Yeah, everybody didn't know what that shit was. If you didn't spend time on Reddit or fucking, what was that shit called? Tumblr or Twitter, you wouldn't know what that shit was. Latinx, Latinx. I remember trying to explain that shit to my mom. She didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Because she was like, what? It's only one person. That's the first thing everybody else say. Any logical person, they, them is one person. What the fuck? Well, no, it's a gender thing. It's a pronoun. What? I don't, but it's one person. Why do they call it they, them? I don't know. I didn't make it up. That's just what it is. I still, me and my sister tried to explain the pronoun things to my mom. I still don't think she understands. But when it was out and starting to come out, we was trying to explain. She was like, "What the?" Because if you aren't on the internet, and my mom's Gen X, but you older Gen X, not to call her older, you know what I'm saying? But whatever, I'm old, whatever. Older Gen X boomer, and they like, what the fuck? Because they working shit, and everybody else ain't on the internet all the damn time like us. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because it does sound fucking retarded. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact that they, them as a pronoun. Who else is with you, motherfucker? You got a demon on you? Why is there they, them? I know we're past it. It's just, but yeah, fuck what you heard. Democrats, blood publicans, right? Yeah, Cube is base as fuck. Shout out to Cube. He said the college girls was horny. You was scared. The college orientation shit showed you to school. Hey, they looking for hood ninjas athletes. You can maybe vote in a slot machine. Those are closed off the internet, right? Body Count on tour. Shout out to them. That's why I said, like, are you Two-Face? I said Body Count's on tour. Still don't understand, right? Yeah, are you Two-Face, they, them? Who else? Are you Venom? Venom says we and shit, like, because it's the symbiote in the person. Are you Two-Face? Are you Venom? You Carnage? You and who else? Who are they? Who are them? The fuck? It ain't normal. We just have gone along with it. You know what, Fizz? It does suggest multiple personalities. You're 100% correct. They, them absolutely does suggest multiple personalities. Demon. They, them. And we accept it. We just ran with it because they just push it, but it don't fucking make sense. Reddit thinks Trump is a diddler. Man, he said some weird shit about his daughter. I ain't about to defend him on that. I ain't about to defend the orange motherfucker. I still think all politicians are demons. You know, he's just a better demon. Because all these, they all go, I don't know about him. He apparently wasn't on the flight log, so I'll give him credit for that. At least allegedly wasn't. Even though he has pictures with this motherfucker. I don't know, man. Listen, I think they all eyes, like I said in the damn short, nobody listened to. I think all these motherfuckers are eyes wide shut party veterans. I don't know what the fuck they do with their personal lives. So, I mean, I don't know that he's a diddler. But when I'm on Reddit, I'm just looking at like synthwave, because I'm looking at synthwave shit. I'm looking at the Lions Reddit. That's the only Reddit I really visit, or the local Reddit. I could care less. So, I mean, I don't think he a diddler, but it wouldn't shock me. Shit, nowadays, everybody and their mama a diddler. All these fucking YouTubers. Her Aiden Ross out here trying to touch the youth. It's like every week is another YouTuber. So, I mean, Trump's not a YouTuber, but every week is another YouTuber messing with somebody underage. It was Dr. Disrespect, then it was the guy from Mr. Beast, and somebody in the Kai Cenat camp, and now allegedly Aiden Ross, and then some other YouTuber I never heard of. It's just every week it's another, and then obviously Josh Giddey, all these other motherfuckers. Diddy. It's a new predator every fucking week. He said on Cap Dominican Bridge Troll, I was going to fold. Yo, what the fuck? Listen, I'm not trying to hear about your sex exploits, Richard. That's funny, though. Said Ivanka is hot as fuck. Come on, man. Wait, first off, shout out to Sean Combs. Why do you always trying to shout out Sean Combs? And as far as Ivanka, like, listen, I'd smash Ivanka. But it's just, I don't know, man. It's some like Vince McMahon, Stephanie type shit. Which Vince McMahon and Trump are friends. They go back like throwbacks. But it puts me in mind of Vince and Stephanie. Like there's been some weird energy there too. Some weird energy. Oh, you went to Reddit's main page. You can't do that, man. You gotta hit that. What's that shit? Don't show or hide. Or they gotta. It's not do not recommend this channel. I hit that a lot on YouTube. I forgot they got something. Don't show this again, or don't show this post. Some shit. I hit that shit all the time because there's always some bullshit they trying to show you. Like I would fuck Ivanka's little brains out, but it's weird that her dad would too. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But like I said, it's similar to the back in the day with fucking Stephanie. You know what I mean? And apparently Vince McMahon wanted a storyline where he got Stephanie pregnant. So I couldn't, and again, they homies. They go back like that. I don't know, man. I don't know what rich, powerful people do in their free time. But it just seems like every time we hear about it, it's some fucked up shit. Almost every time. Don't people put their sexuality in their bio too? I don't be on social media, as anyone who's messaged me on Instagram will tell you. I don't be on social media, as everyone will tell you. But I think they do. Yeah, they can fuck donkeys for all I care. And some of these people do. Some of these Instagram models, we talked about that before. If there's enough cash, if the bread right, they'll be there every night. Yeah, don't go to Reddit main page. You said you're not a diddler, but you're a Mason. Whoa, Freemasonry. Okay, what you call it? Oh yeah, you said your pronoun. What was it? The way in the light. That's craziness. That's craziness. Hey, a legitimate plug for the music channel. Yeah, please check out the music channel. We do streams on Saturdays, and hopefully we'll have some more content than just that. Hopefully I can get some content on some actual music content on the channel. It's not synthwave, it's synthwave, obviously. Yeah, you know what's weird about pronouns? I said this last time. Pin that shit. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's what all the other YouTubers do. I should pin that shit. Expect a check. I would pay the mod. I mean, obviously all you guys are mods. But if there was like 100,000 people in the chat or some craziness, I would try to toss y'all some bread. Hey, Zombie Man's here. We can actually play your music as a break. We need more break masons, stone masons. We actually do. All the joke about Freemasons. Actual fucking masonry, we need tons of. We need as many fucking people who doing blue collar jobs as possible right now. As many as fucking possible, man. But I heard, you know what? There are a lot of, as much as people talk about, going to trades, that if you're a younger dude and you're trying to get an apprenticeship or trying to get in trades, it's hard to get in trades. Because, even though this generation that are in the trades, eventually they're going to retire and people are, what happens if all these people retire and we're already understaffed? But at the same time, if you're 45 and you're the plumber or the electrician in a small community, do you really want to train your competition? Especially in this economy, even if you're not that, you're not an asshole, you try to be a nice dude, but you're like 48 and you're like, retirement's not too far off. If I train my competition, I ain't going to be making like I'm making. You know what? No, we don't got no position there, guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's an issue with the trades right now. We need to break. Yeah, you sitting there talking about why you be calling Dominican bridge troll? I give you this. You don't just shit on the snow bunnies. You shitting on all women right now. So at least you even. At least you consistent. And shit, this is a damn near repeal the 19th channel. In any event, we got Zombie Man. Even though it's late in the stream, he's trying to carry. And I'm not sure how long the stream is going to go. Yeah, let's take a Zombie Man break. Here's some good tunes. And chillax for a little bit. This has been hot and heavy political talk, which I did not want to do. I did not want to do and did not expect. But it is what it is. It is election season. It's election year. The Olympics are over. That's kind of the biggest story is the selection process. But in any event, we got 2 tracks from Zombie Man. The first is called Elise. So there's Elise. Yesterday. Hot off the presses, brand fucking new from Zombie Man here on VW Casual. We'll be back. All right, that was cold. Lisi, still on that. I don't even know the genre. Is it funk? You know I'm an old man, but that shit's still cold. I got a question. Were you the vocal sample? It almost sounded like it might have been you. I don't know where that vocal sample come from. It was cold. Cold music as usual. And Zombie said his daughter can feel the vibrations through the womb, so he made sure to turn it up loud. That's pretty cold. Oh shit, we got 3 songs. There's another song. So we got a whole thing. You know what? This is already got the genre built into the title. Hold on. See if I can bring it on this other side, which is I'm boomering it up. There we go. Let's get to the next track though. You know, we can just do this next. Techno Thing by Zombie Man. Keeping it going as a break. I appreciate everyone else joining. I appreciate this break, man. I've been talking hot, tired. Like I said, I've been up basically 24 hours and working out and working and all this other shit. But Zombie Man with the hot tracks, he's giving us albums and albums worth of material. When he's rich and famous, hopefully he remembers us. But here's Zombie Man with Techno Thing. hey, the track didn't lie about what it is. It was definitely a techno thing. That shit was hard, man. Shit was hard. I'm listening to it. It's like, man, there are motherfuckers with albums and, quote unquote established techno producers who don't got shit this hard, bro. You listen, I'm not trying to glaze you every time you show up. I'm not just glazing you because I know you. The shit is hard, bro. The shit is hard. You done dropped albums and albums worth. I hope your music can find its place into where it deserves, man. Because more people should be hearing this shit than just us, man. I appreciate hearing it, though. Don't get me wrong. I wish I had a bigger platform. Shit, man. I wish I had a label. I dropped it. I would put the shit out if I had a label, which I kind of do want to start, at least to put my own shit out. But that notwithstanding, all that shit notwithstanding, let's play 122. Last track in our set from Zombie Man. Another classic EP, like the fifth one he's blessed us with as far as having 3 or 4 tracks of all new material that's all cold. I know everybody, maybe, there's different tastes in the chat. I know, obviously, Papa Cotton's a metal guy, and people have different genres of music they fuck with. Some hip-hop guys and gals and whatever. But, man, I think there's just the electronic and the dance and a lot of shit. Just even the lo-fi, the hip-hop, the funk, just everything you do, man. You're a real talented dude. You can cover a lot of different bases, man. So just don't ever stop making music, and hopefully, I feel like the shit you already got needs a way wider audience than just us. But I'm proud to play it. And so here's 122 by Zombie Man.
Zombie on the fucking beat. Zombie on the fucking beat.
That shit's cold. 122. That shit is cold as fuck, bro. Man, I'm gonna have to get the old save and try to write to that. No, don't diss me, please. Please don't diss me. You said, wait, you didn't add this? Oh, you didn't add this track. Okay. Yeah, please don't. Wait, am I muted? No, I'm not. Yeah, please don't diss me. I don't need to smoke. Oh, you got more shit. That shit is hard, bro. I need to. One of these times you're gonna hear a track from me off one of these beats. I'm gonna just send it back to you and just say, well, what do you think it is? Oh shit, you got more heat. Hey, I'll ride with it for a little bit. Shout out to anyone riding. I know, the music hour, the Zombie Man hour. Like, you literally have so much material though, man. And I really fucks with your material, bro. Oh, this is the Insta scam. Showing my Insta stuff. So yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Check out Zombie Insta scam, aka Instagram. Let's play Bliss, and then I guess we'll go back to the normal stream after this. Not to rhyme. Let's play Bliss by Zombie Man. It's more cold music. Bliss, man. That shit sound cool too, man. Man, I feel like we just heard a like great album, bro. I just heard at least a great EP. That was some dope music, man. Thank you again for posting, bro. Thank you again, man. For the Retro Richard, I appreciate the plug for, I guess, both of us. You want to check out more Zombie Man on VigilanteWilliamson? Are you gay or a Swiftie? Do you love Mason propaganda? Amazonians bashing white women? Check out Synthwave Saturday Night. What the hell? That's crazy. But no, that shit was cold. That almost... do you play the piano? Or is you just programming that shit? That shit was hard. No, he don't got an OnlyFans. Check out his Instagram. Check out Zombie Man Instagram. I don't want to tell you don't listen to Retro Rich. Don't listen to everything he's saying. Check out Zombie Man's Instagram. Check out his music. He does not have an OnlyFans. No one has an OnlyFans unless you a lonely hoe. OnlyFans for the lonely man. No. No. I mean, at least I don't think a Zombie Man got an OnlyFans. I don't know. But yeah, that was good, man. That was good. I mean, all the shit's good, but just all of it. It's like, I mean, you're a creative dude. You got so many different directions, man. You got so much. I said I ain't down that bad. You're good. But yeah, do you play the piano? because that was obviously a piano heavy track, and the chord progression was cold. Almost, it wasn't quite a Tyler the Creator type thing, but it kind of put you in mind of some of the, stuff he might do, melody and chord progression wise. But it was his own thing. Cold music, bro. Cold music. There's a few other topics outside. You said, no, you've been looking at the keys so long, you probably start learning. I want to teach myself. I had taught myself the piano when I was younger, but I lost some of those skills. And I'm going to reteach myself. I got to. OF is a horrible symptom of the society, man. It's sad. But we're going to have more OnlyFans creators as the economy gets worse. Because, more people going to hop on that and hope to be a star. And then as the dating market gets more toxic and just toxified on both sides, to be honest, people going to look for prime. Even the ladies going to look for prime, unfortunately. Because, more women use prime now. I don't know why. If LDG was here, he would say, it doesn't matter, you might as well just say porn. I don't know why I keep saying prime. It's habit. YouTuber habit. But more women use porn now than pretty much ever before, at least since they've been paying attention. To totally change it. So, hey, Happy Dinosaur, you said happy night. Gotta get up early. I'm not sure. We'll probably go another half an hour. But I'll probably join you. Well, not join you, but I'll probably be out of here in about, we'll say a good half hour. Good half an hour, because I'm starting to fade myself. You like prawns? No, totally change the subject. I didn't know they were making a Craven movie. What the fuck? What is Sony like? Outside of the Venom movies, has any of this Spider-Man without Spider-Man, has any of it worked? And does any of it tie in to Spider-Man ever going to meet any of these characters? What's the plan with that shit? Does anybody know what the fuck Sony's doing with their non-MCU universe and how that works? Because obviously they can use Spider-Man in the MCU and they can use the MCU characters in the Spider-Man movies. But all his characters like Morbius and Madam Web and Venom and now Craven are getting movies, but he's not in them, and they're slightly changing the origin to not include him. So, like, what's the deal with these fucking movies? So it's just weird shit. Weird shit. I don't get it. But man, I don't know. It just is what it is, I guess. Nope. None of the movies succeeded except for Venom. You have to at least have Venom, but I don't make the rules. Yeah, it just seems like Venom should be a part. No, you called him Horny Dinosaur. What's wrong? Richard, I'll tell you out for that. Stop giving everybody OnlyFans. What I see is the OF failures. Yo, that's because the truth is, most women do not make much money off OnlyFans. There's the top 1% that makes a ton of money, top 10% that makes good money, and maybe another 10% that makes money at all. And then there's a bottom 80 or whatever it is. And it's just like, there's not a lot of money. But, like you said, imagine pulling yourself online, not even for $10. Imagine putting yourself online for $3.99. Less than a hot and ready pizza to see your pussy. And nobody does it. But when your kid grows up, because most of them, shout out to Brandon Jamal, you let him hit it wrong. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. So a lot of these girls are single moms. No disrespect. I'm just telling you what it is. You done put your pussy out there for $3.99. You done put your pussy out there for 4 Arizona iced teas. Nobody bit, but once your kid is like 10, 11, 12, 13, they're going to say, hey, your mom's a hoe. Her pussy is on OnlyFans. Your only hope is that so many women thought it out that that'll be so. Well, so is your mom. It'll be the only response, which will happen. Somebody's gonna say your mom's on OnlyFans, so is yours. That will happen. So I don't either. I don't know what's going on with Sony shit. Papa Cotton saw the Carnage movie not too long ago. Liked it okay. Yeah, the Venom series and the Carnage movie was in the Venom series. That's been successful. They got a third one of those coming out, but I don't think he's interacted with Spider-Man once. I don't know if they're going to ever bring him to the MCU, and I don't know if they're going to bring any of these other characters in the even Spider-Man universe, let alone MCU. They eventually made the universe to absorb Tom Holland into it, but then No Way Home happened, and so they were planning on retroactively retconning themselves into the MCU. That's what I thought too, and I don't know if they still might do it. I don't know if they might figure it out. Yeah, I've never been on OnlyFans either. I don't know how this shit works. And I'm not just saying that because, I mean, shit, I don't even like Prime, but if I'm going to use it, I'm not about to pay. And I agree, bring Toby back. I'd rather see Spider-Man 4 with him in his universe. And honestly, I think Marvel will make more money rebooting dead universes than off of the new shit. Like they want to, reboot the X-Men universe. They want to reboot Blade. A lot of people want to see that now more than want to see the Blade they were trying to make. Because of that Deadpool movie, if they want to, mess with some of the other and of course, like I said, obviously that'd be Sony's call to make another Spider-Man with Toby. I'd rather that than even RDJ Dr. Doom. Hey Tom, Tom's back. Welcome back again. He already makes Tom Holland look like Payless. A lot of people were happy to see. You said you down for Wesley Snipes' Blade. A lot of people were happy to see him in Deadpool, and I'm one of them. Sony can't now that No Way Home happened. They're gonna suck him in without the multiverse. I see. So what they have to, okay, so I don't know all the legal stuff. They probably have to make another deal to try to smooth this shit out. Is basically what you're saying. They could though make a Toby one, couldn't they? They could just, if they want to just say, you know what, we're just gonna reboot the Toby verse. They could do that, right? Or whether you want to call it the Toby verse or the Raimi verse, whatever you want to call it. That's probably still on the table if they want to do it, but I don't know that they do. And again, why are they still making these movies then? Why are they making they do that shit with Batman too, where they make properties without the main character, but it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. They need to just, and if they got to cut another deal, Marvel, they not in no position to really say shit. And it's not like Venom's not a core character in the Marvel universe. Venom and Carnage, those are core Marvel characters in general anyway. Remember when Sony didn't renew their contract with Disney and only renewed because of backlash? I do remember that. I can't remember whose fault it was at first. I don't remember if it was Sony or Disney, but I do remember that. Where they didn't renew it at first, and then the backlash happened, so they did renew it. I feel like, it would seem mutually exclusive, at least to bring Venom into the MCU. Oh, not mutually exclusive, mutually beneficial for both parties. It was Sony who backed out. Okay. It seemed like it would be mutually beneficial for both parties to try to roll this shit in some way, somehow to the MCU. You already got a multiverse, so it's not like even if you wanted to alternate universe, say this shit was just happening, we just didn't involve it. Whatever way you want to do it. Because, what the fuck? Does anybody want to see any of these new Marvel movies? Probably not. And it's goofy. These characters have more power when Spider-Man's attached to them, at least traditionally. Obviously, having Tom Hardy help Venom a ton because you had a star in it. So that way, and you had an interesting character and an interesting, so you want to talk about they, them. It's that whole they, them talking to each other, that spread. Honestly, kids fucked with it. And so kids bring their parents, and there you go. You can make some money off Venom. Yeah, it would be very beneficial if they sold the MCU. They could easily put Venom in without the multiverse. So Venom is in San Francisco. I didn't know that. Okay. So yeah, that's all you had to say. Oh, it was in San Francisco instead of New York, and he interact. A new Ghost Rider would be cool. Apparently, there's different reports on what happened. Some people say he, as far as Ghost Rider being in Deadpool. Some people said Nicolas Cage just said no. Other people said he wasn't even asked because of the budget it would take. That was a joke about the budget, but that's CG. It ain't, you could do the cheap CG back in the day, but you would have to be expensive CG nowadays to do a Ghost Rider. All right, Papa Cotton's crashing out. Like I said, we probably go another 20 minutes. But Venom should be interacting with Spider-Man. Venom and Carnage should be interacting with Spider-Man. It doesn't make any sense for them to have not interacted. And MCU don't got enough. So there should be enough demand and enough money to be made for both parties for another deal to be struck. All right, you don't want to put Kraven and Madam Web and some of these other weirdos, cool, but at least put Venom. Venom belongs in the MCU. Because it's crazy, you got all these different you finally bought all these properties back in the fold, and now they're still stragglers. It's like, will you figure this shit out? Y'all both need to come to the table. And I don't know, it may not be all Marvel's fault. I don't know if it's Marvel or Sony, but they need to come together and get another deal done so these characters can go, both ways. That's what she said. Like J.D. Vance. No, J.D. Vance. No. But seriously, so you can have some MCU characters, maybe not just Venom. Venom's interacted with Juggernaut before. You know what I'm saying? He should be interacting with other Marvel characters as well. You could have Venom in another Deadpool movie if you do it, and then have some of these MCU characters in the next Venom with Spider. You got all these properties. It's nothing but a phone call and a contract away. Get it done. And already made deals for Spider-Man, so get it done for all these other characters, man. Yeah, that's another thing. You're right. They did waste all those characters on the shows. And apparently there's a copyright issue with the Netflix thing. And that goes for Daredevil, all those characters. They have to be slightly different. They have to be different. They can't be exactly, even if they use the same actors and the same roles, they still have to be slightly different than the Netflix version. Goofy as the Punisher of Mickey Mouse's Carnage. That'd be crazy. Hey, they could do that though if they wanted to. It was Venom's first host Deadpool. See that? I didn't know that. These characters need to interact with each other, man. What's the fucking point of all this shit? And you don't really have. I guess the Fantastic Four, but there's a reason you're doing this weird RDJ as Dr. Doom shit. It's because you ain't got shit in the tank, man. You need all the fucking help you can get. But then again, these are movie companies. We know they don't know what the fuck they doing. If we know anything about the movie industry, is that they don't know what the fuck they doing, and they don't know they ass from a hole in the wall. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Donald Duck is Mr. Fantastic. They could do it. Hey, it's better than Elliot Page is Mr. Fantastic. Which they might do, who knows? Even though I heard they keeping the Fantastic, they ain't no race swaps or anything with the Fantastic Four. He drove Venom insane. Why he's so focused on messing up the host's mind. This is what Deadpool did to Venom. Look at that. I didn't know that. So yeah, there's a reason. Oh yeah, I did like Deadpool. I thought it was fun. Yes, Venom was in the third Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. So that's the only time they interacted in any of these films. But then since they've done now 3 solo Venom films, because they got a third one coming out this year, I believe, later this year. But yeah, Venom. It was Topher Grace from that 70s show was Eddie Brock and the third Spider-Man. Put some dirt in your eye. Bully Maguire. Hey, Zeus, you gonna be a YouTube star? Yeah, you gonna be a star on YouTube. I know. But your Deadpool was cool. Did you check it out, Richard? Not Richard, Robert. Sorry, 2 R's. They can use. Oh, I heard that rumor too. That they could use that it might put it in Andrew Garfield role, especially with Madam Web. There was a lot of talk that was in the Andrew Garfield universe, but I don't think anything ever happened with it. But they're afraid to. It just seems like they're leaving money on the table.
But before any mission.
Hold on. Oh, you know what? I do remember this. Hold on. Oh, Dodgelani. But it's Green Lantern, Duck Dodgers thing. So we did have So yeah, I don't think the MCU's done anything quite like that. I mean, DC's had these. DC and Warner Brothers been together forever. Yes, Daffy Duck. But I mean, they could do as far as Marvel can do that with Disney. They could do a similar thing where they roll Disney characters into the MCU, or not just MCU, but just Marvel universe things. John DiMaggio is one of the lanterns here. Ah, okay. Like the Chipmunk, says Listless. Yes, after Daffy Duck. You know what? Shout out to Elektra, aka Jennifer Gardner. She was in pretty good shape in the movie. Yeah. Everybody likes seeing Blade. I like seeing Gambit too. I mean, a lot of people said Channing Tatum's face was too fat. Oh, we're getting hit by the copyright guys. People said Channing Tatum's face was too fat, but I thought he was a fun Gambit. And then some people said the accent was just a bit too much, even though that was obviously a joke. But I mean, if you had a whole movie of that might be a bit much, which I get. And yeah, I like that there's only one Blade. There's only gonna be one Blade. And then that kind of backfired because Deadpool looks at the screen like that's supposed to, like, oh yeah, he doesn't know. But it's like, no, you don't know because they not I'm about to fuck up his name again. I apologize. Mahershala Ali, that shit is never getting made. That Blade version of Blade is never getting made, man. Not when they on their fifth or sixth writer or their second or third director. And apparently there was a Marvel and Phineas Ferb crossover. I guess Phineas and Ferb is a Disney property, isn't it? So yeah, they got properties they could do little stuff like that, little cool stuff like that with. Oh puppy. Yeah, you do this. Somebody does this every time, either you or somebody else. I feel like I'm still about to mess it up. Ali. M. Ali. Molly. No, I'm just joking. Man. But whatever. The movie's not going to get made, man. I don't think it's getting made. Oof. I keep trying, but it's just like every time I think to try, it's going to mess it up. Hold on, let me try. One more time. Hold on. Mahershala. Oof. Fuck! Mahershala Ali. But I still think I fucked it up. Man, it is what it is. It's a hard name for me to say. And I know y'all probably screaming the correct pronunciation. And Fizz even spelled it out for me, and I just still can't do it, man. I apologize. Yeah, I heard that too, that Blade shouldn't be PG-13. I mean, they made a lot of money off this Deadpool, and that's rated R. So, you know, maybe that'll, if they do a Blade movie with Mahershala Ali, maybe they'll change that. They should change that no matter what. If they do another Blade movie, there's no reason for Blade to be PG-13. Just on account of how gory the movie has to be decent. He's a fucking vampire hunter. He's not like this wisecracking. You know what I mean? This isn't Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it has to be rated R. It really has to be. Just to fit, just to be decent. And honestly, well, I kind of wouldn't mind seeing another Blade movie with Wesley Snipes. In saying that, Wesley Snipes is in his 60s. And he can't move like he did when he was in his 30s and maybe early 40s, or however old he was when those Blade movies came out. So that is a huge bottleneck to doing another movie with him. I've heard, so many different rumors. Maybe him and a don't say that, Forbidden Ruin. Don't say that. They will she blade that shit and give zero fucks. That's if they're gonna she blade it, just don't make it. Don't make it. Our man movie with Fee families. Kevin Conroy was still with us. That's what's up. R.I.P. to Kevin Conroy, man. Is it Suicide Squad killed the Justice League his last performance? Yeah, that's what he could do. That he could train the next vampire hunter, which I heard there was a rumor at one point of maybe having him and his he's training his daughter. Of course, it's got to be a girl, but they would have Wesley Snipes' Blade be Blade, and he's training his daughter. So actually, that goes back to what Forbidden Ruin said. There was a rumor about this is before I already messed it up. Mahershala signed on. There was a rumor out there. So the main point of the movie is a snarky daughter, yeah. Because apparently they did something similar in his comics, and we might have already talked about this. I feel like Fizz has already said this to me that his snarky daughter is a character in the comics, and so yeah. But I think that was rumored before Mahershala signed on, and he signed on 5 or 6 years ago. And they've gone through directors and writers like nothing. They've been changing directors and writers like people change draws. So it's just I don't know what's gonna happen. And he said basically like the next Karate Kid, basically. That will be the idea, Rowan. Like the next Karate Kid. Which I'm the only person who's never seen Cobra Kai. Speaking of that. But I'll see shorts on them. Like, man, I wish I understood what was going on. But I don't. Zeus. No. You're going to be a YouTube star so we can eat. So we can pay our bills, Zeus. You get all the treats and food you want. All the treats forever and ever, Zeus. Yeah, you. But you know what, guys? It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. I said I want to get 2.5 hours. About 10 minutes shy. 10 minutes shy. But hey, it's still today. So if I can sleep, which there's no guarantee that I will because I don't have weed, and that's a struggle, I'm going to try to get some sleep. It's been, like I said, it's been real fun, heated, spirited politics talk. There is an animated movie, which is Kevin Conroy's last credit. Okay, Robert. So it will not be Suicide Squad movie. But that was his last game. Or game. That still sucks. And then they did him shitty. That's shitty. Fuck both of these. Fuck all these companies. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And we got to beg for them to make something that's worth us giving them money. It's just a mess. In any event, I'm going to try to get some sleep. I got to let my dog out because he needs to go out. And then I'm going to try to get some sleep. There will be a video coming out tomorrow talking about the unfortunate situation with this Disney lawsuit going on. And hopefully I can get another video out Friday that'll maybe be a little bit lighter. But in any event, and we'll probably do a stream Friday. He went out with a fizzle because of wokeness. Wokeness ruins everything, as we all know. But we have to go. We have to go. That does suck. In any event, even though it's archaic, I'm still going to say it. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do. And even if you do none of these things, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your time, because your time is valuable. You all are valuable. Never forget that. I know it's crazy system, crazy life, but you all have value, and I appreciate you all. And even if you didn't like, share, nothing, thank you just for your time. Have a good night, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.